Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to Jagged Alliance 2. So we arrived back in Drassen, where we've been able to get all of those fancy supplies. We've taken the time here to equip our squad off camera, so we've got a pretty decent loadout. We're going to be dealing today with this Squad 1, which is a little bit smaller than the Squad 1 we have been dealing with, and is just back to our first 4 units on our Coyote, Fox, Grizzly, Bull, Animal Kingdom theme. As you can see here, Coyote is now dual-wielding some pistols and 29 Satan. Fox and Grizzly have both got submachine guns, and Bull is armed with a shotgun and a veritable mountain of buckshot. So they've definitely gotten a pretty decent upgrade. I'm a-okay with that. And what we're going to be doing today is following up on a lead that we got earlier on, which was that there was a pilot somewhere nearby, and that every time he would visit the Drassen airport, he had waiters and he smelled like a swamp. With that in mind, you can take a look at some of the surrounding area. There is water right here, and these sectors are labeled as swamps. B15, C15, C16. Okay, and that's it. So those 3 over here. I think there is also a swamp sector here, but we're going to head over in the easternly direction at first, as there's a greater chance that he will be over here. So we'll go ahead and have these guys get ready to take off. And
understood.
At first we'll just head to B15 and see anything there is to be seen there. We're leaving the rest of our guys still in Drassen, either practicing various skills. Dimitri and Gasket are both repairing up like a whole bunch of stuff. Finally, our guns and equipment are in pretty decent shape right now, allowing us to not have to worry nearly as much about jams and things like that as we have been worrying about in the past. Also, all of our characters, or I think at least all of our Squad 1 guys, maybe not all of our characters, but all of the guys we're controlling right now, and the gal, they have got night vision goggles as well as
Heads
sunglasses.
Up. We have a confirmed enemy presence.
Uh-oh. Okay, so it's going to be 9 on 4. We'll go ahead and pop into the sector. I might be able to just tell, yeah, from looking right here, this is not where we need to be. I can tell this because there's no house here. So I'm going to place these guys down at the very bottom, which is going to be in the water, and then we are going to retreat out right away. This is going to damage, of course, our morale a little bit, but I think it's worth it as we got kind of bigger fish to fry. Now, the sector to the south is also swamp, so that's fine. That could be a decent destination. Kind of just don't want to bother with it right now. I've got bigger things to worry about than fighting some random patrols that are out here. And so let's get these guys arriving a little bit quicker.
I'm here. What next?
All right. They didn't find anything there. I don't think it would not say anything. I know it would if you were passing through the sector and there was something of importance. It would tell you you've noticed something. But no. Even with it as a destination, nothing there. Okay. That leaves us C16. So we'll go ahead and pop over here. Speed up time quite a bit. Oh, okay. And this is exactly what I'm looking for. Squad 1 has noticed someone in the sector C16 swamp.
I'm in position and available, as always.
I'm sure you are. We're going to go ahead and dive right into this one. And so what I was looking around for was this house. Awesome. Go ahead and get our guys headed over there. There is another thing I want to point out. There was a comment left on the last video regarding the game looking a little bit slow. So I've taken the time, like one of the reasons to install the 1.13 mod is the amount of customization that can be done in it. I basically adjusted some like clock speed settings and game speed settings so that the game effectively runs a little bit faster, which causes it to like not appear as sluggish, that sort of thing. If it needs to be tweaked a little bit, I may do so. If you notice anything like super weird in this episode, if I do get into a fight and characters are like moving at lightning speed, I'll take care of that before the next one. I did just a little bit of testing off camera, and everything seemed to be fine. Alright, so we'll go ahead and open that up, and we'll have Coyote be the face, because he has got the best of our leadership abilities. And we'll talk to this gentleman.
What do you want?
Wow, well, he's real friendly. We'll just be direct to him, too.
Skyrider, that's what they call me. Ain't nobody around here that can fly an egg beater like me. Sorry about being a little abrupt there. Been hanging low. Queen's looking for me to be part of her Air Force. Pays dink and the hours are long. Plus, I can't stand her on a personal level.
Alright, well, I can certainly agree with that. Now that he's softened up a little bit, let's try being friendly to him.
You get me to my egg beater and Drazencap, and we might be able to work out some business.
Alright, fair enough. We will agree to escort Skyrider.
What's up? Now,
we can't see his inventory or anything. He's got some $20 worth of cash on him. Not really a big deal. But we're going to be able to control him, and we want to get him back to the helicopter, aka his egg beater, in Drassen. It doesn't look like there's anything in this area to really check out otherwise. So we'll go ahead and start plotting our route back. It's going to take about 8 hours. We'll arrive there
I'm on it.
Just at daybreak. And Bull's looking pretty tired. We might be fairly exhausted. Hopefully not before we get there.
Gotta catch some Z's.
Yep, speak of the devil. Alright, well, I tell you what then. If this next sector is clear, let's go ahead and we'll push on to right here to P15. Yeah. And then
That'll show him.
we won't have to rest up for a couple of hours, like until daybreak.
I'm here. What next?
Alright, what next is you get to take a little bit of a nap. Now, I am moving at night, and that was intentional. If I had to get into a fight, I feel like the night vision goggles that these guys have got now are going to be a decent enough advantage. Speaking for the record, the night vision goggles are pretty amazing. Like, you can just see in the dark. Obviously, spent plenty of time with them during my time in the military. They are pretty much required, I would say, to do any kind of night operations. The ones they're using here, I think they're described as night vision goggle generation 1. So I've never used something like this where there was like 2 different inputs that you would be seeing through. I don't exactly know what that would be like. The 2 types of night vision goggles I'm familiar with, one, the early versions that we had when I was in the military, they covered both eyes, but they only had like a single thing that you were seeing out of, and it was sort of right in the center of your forehead. And then later on, we would get like the monocle style of night vision goggle, where it only covered one eye, and you were just seeing through it to allow for better, like mid-light range type stuff, so that you wouldn't get whiteout experiences where like a bright light hit you. It will cause the night vision goggle to white over as it's far too bright for it to process, and that way your regular vision could then kick back in. It's not exactly perfect, but it also gives you some ability for depth perception, which the 2-eyed night vision goggles don't allow for at all. Like, everything looks super flat. Even
Made it intact.
Low or no light conditions, having one eye uncovered kind of gives you a little bit of depth of field, and that can turn out to be fairly advantageous as well. We're going to pop back into Drassen Airport now, and we just need to get Skyrider over to his egg beater right up here. So we'll get all these guys walking their way over here. Yeah, I think this looks fine, right? Like, they're moving maybe a little bit too fast. Skyrider looks like he's moving exactly the way I would expect a person to actually walk, like in the real lives. But some of our characters, they do have that we got someplace to be sort of speed walk thing going on. I don't know, though. Like, Coyote and Fox seem to be moving at a relatively normal pace, so maybe Grizzly and Bull are just really impatient, and they walk like that all the time. That could be it. That could be it. Skyrider's just kind of got to get close to it, and then he's going to totally interrupt me at any second and go on his spiel about being back at his egg beater. So I will go ahead and stall for time while he gets in range so that he can finally talk.
There's my baby. She looks just fine, Cap. We're in business. Here's the story. I charge by distance and risk. I'll get you wherever you want to go as long as I got enough fuel to get my butt back. I do evacs, too. But I don't do anything in unfriendly zones. I'll drop you off or pick you up as close as possible. It's my policy. Think before you book. Works for me. You can make it work for you. I'll be looking to get paid when the trip's over. You don't pay me, you're walking around Arulco. If that's workable for you, Cap, you make contact when you need me. Together we'll fry that broad's butt.
You got it, or you don't.
Alright, so Skyrider is going to be making an important change to our tactics here. We now have a little bit of air transport that's going to allow us to not just arrive quicker, and that's big. We're going to be able to travel extremely fast in the helicopter. No more 8 hours to get from here to here kind of stuff. However, I think one of the biggest advantages from my perspective is the ability to arrive full of energy. Like, it's not exhausting for you to ride in a helicopter to the drop zone. So whenever they get there, they're going to be immediately ready to fight. And that is just amazing. Now, as soon as we head back to the map screen, Skyrider is going to have a little bit more to say to us, so I'll let him explain that.
Got a couple of concerns, Cap. The Queen's got SAM sites spread across the country. We take to the skies, the Broad's got the means to blow us the heck out of them. Makes the risk higher, Cap. High risk, big fee. I know she's got a SAM site to the east of Drazen. Taking it out would lower your costs and, well, help keep my pretty boy butt intact.
Now, he says that it would decrease the cost of travel, but honestly, if you try flying around with one of the SAM sites in range, that's not high risk, that's suicide. So you can count on just being shot out of the air. So what we need to do, so while we're on the show airspace, we're seeing a map like this. What we need to do is eliminate this SAM site so we can clear out some airspace in the northeast region of Drazen just as soon as possible. And that's going to be our next goal. Now, what I'm thinking here is that same squad one, I'm thinking about taking them right back on over. So that is in D15. Need to remember that. Oh, and we can now see like a little symbol on the map. Okay. We could assault it from the top. I'd really rather not, though. Like, maybe from the east would be ideal. And since we've already cleared out a lot of this stuff, let's see if we can get back over here without running into any trouble along the way. And if we can do that...
Finished.
Oh, they have totally finished repairing all of the things. Awesome. You know what? For now, let's just put these guys on train, practice, marksmanship. I know Gasket could certainly use it. Dimitri's pretty good, actually. You know what? Maybe we'll have him practice dexterity instead. Yeah. So if we can get over there without running into any trouble along the way, that'll mean a pretty clean assault on the SAM site. I'm not expecting it to be too hard to take out, as we've learned in the past. The Queen's not exactly expecting this from us, so she gets taken by surprise quite a bit early on. Like, they fail to reinforce things under the delusion of they couldn't possibly attack us there, that sort of thing. Unfortunately, we are arriving just at nightfall. Let's see, it would take us exactly 2 hours to get there. So I'd like to leave by 4 a.m. So let's see if they can do this on 4 hours of sleep alone. And if they can, then we'll get a move on. If they can't, we might have to wait until tomorrow. Alright, one woke up. Grizzly looks fine. Bull and Fox are both pretty tired, though. I don't think 64 energy and 66 energy is a good idea. So we're going to end up stalling just a bit. and we'll wait until the night of day 22. We actually just got an email. Something tells me I know what that is
I'm
about.
learning.
So,
You know, if you were to get the bums out of Cambria, I could drop the bird down with your wounded. There's a hospital there. Could pretty much drop them at the door.
all right, fair enough. Thank you for letting us know. There is also a setting, by the way, to turn off Skyrider and his voiceover stuff, as he does tend to do that a little bit much. We might get there eventually, but for right now, we'll just take his tips in stride. All right, so we need to get it to about 19, 2000, something like that. So let's spread past 19. We'll tell everybody to go to sleep again. That way, if they need to catch a couple of quick winks, they can. And then right after 8 p.m., 2000, we will get these guys marching out.
Understood.
While we're doing that, I'm going to check my laptop and its email for what is going on. Okay, of course. Gumpy, Gasket, Haywire have all increased their fee because they have leveled up. John Kulba has also gotten back to Cleveland. It's me, John Kulba of Cleveland, Ohio. Just wanted to drop you a note to thank you for everything you've done. Can't tell you how happy I am to be back in the United States of America, a country with enough sense to never even have had a woman run for president. Oh, 1999. Oh, how I love you. I sent those guns I promised you off the other day. Sent them express courier, so they should be in Drassen by now. Be careful with them. I made some modifications to those puppies. Give you a real bang for your buck. You want to make sure both your feet are firmly planted. Anyway, you find yourself anywhere near the gateway to the Great Lakes, you pop on in for a visit. I'll show you around. Thanks, John Kulba. Alright, well thanks, John. We've got a pair of pistols waiting for us. And, yeah, everybody else, notice fee increase. We do have some new personnel. We might pop back over. Man, there's like so many people staffed by Merc now. It used to just be like a dozen, I think, and I think they've added basically like every character from Jagged Alliance 1 that didn't appear in Jagged Alliance 2 naturally have now been pulled in by the modding community, which is awesome. I'm actually kind of interested in seeing those characters, but I'm really unfamiliar with them and like how their interactions go or any of that kind of stuff. So I'm not sure if that's stuff that I want to do for this LP, as I don't want to end up
From what I'm picking up, the sector's got a few too many people.
making any real silly mistakes due to that, getting some incompatible people on the team and like having everybody mutiny. We'll go ahead and pop into the sector, woods, SAM site, and plop down right here. Now we only have 4 guys, and you might be thinking that I am a crazy person, but
You
I
called?
think that we can take this without too much trouble. What I really want to do is come up like right along this line, as this is all very brightly lit in the compound. We basically want to get right to the edge of it and be able to shoot in while they are unable to see out. And also for some demonstrative sake here, here is Fox, and here is what Fox can see. Now she is wearing night vision goggles. I can shift in, I believe. No, control in. Nope, shift in. Is that not a thing that works anymore? Select all of them. Shift in. What? I swear I just did that. Maybe it's actually intelligent. Hold on. That would make a lot of sense, right? Like it switches to, it doesn't just toggle, it just switches to whatever is appropriate. Okay, so right now she sees this. So let's see if I can get this right. Right now she sees this, and then if I shift in, now she sees that. It's not a lot. It's like 1 or 2 squares more, but it makes all the difference. It means that you see enemies before enemies see you, and that makes enemies real dead, real easy.
Standing by.
So I'm A-okay with it.
I'm on
I'm
it.
just gonna kind of slowly inch everybody up. It's like he can see now into the light.
What's up?
We don't really want to get any
You called?
closer. Let's actually, let's maybe get a little bit more spread out. Hand grenades
Standing
would
by.
not be fun to run into right about now. Have him look this way. Okay, he can see into the light now as
You
well.
called?
I just want to cover like everything up to the light globe, and then
What's
our
up?
natural vision kind of takes over from
You
there.
called?
All right, and again, that all looks pretty good.
Standing by.
Now, we just need the enemy to come to us. And the easiest way to do that is make a little noise. That's going to tell them we're here.
Get ready. They're here.
And they're going to come to investigate. That's going to be kind of a terrible idea for them. That's like 4 out of vision space. That's fine. So you will notice like bullets are traveling a whole lot faster now. And
What's
I'm
up?
also managing to not injure that guy. I'm using
Standing by.
hollow point rounds. They're only really ever useful super early in the game, and so I decided why not use them now while I can. They do a ton of damage when a character is unarmored,
Standing by.
but not so much when they hit bulletproof vests. Later, bulletproof vests become like an all-the-time thing. Now, they're a some-of-the-time thing. And why not? Oh, man, that was unfortunate. Alright, we did wound him. You can see he leaves a trail of blood as he runs off there.
Enemies.
But he is
hear
not
something.
as dead as I'd like him
Blast
to be. Oh, and we're going to get some incoming
What's up?
fire to greet us.
Standing by.
Alright, Grizzly, I need these shots to really count.
What's up?
That's unfortunate. Tell you what. You stand up. Do you see this guy at all? No? I'm just gonna shoot over him then. Oh. Yeah, soul over here. Okay.
You called?
I do not like the way that looks. But
What's up?
hopefully Grizzly can hold on for one turn. Most of the
Standing
rest
by.
of our characters we're gonna leave ready for interrupts.
You called?
Yeah, like that. Awesome. Nice. And... oh, not as good as I'd hoped.
Standing by.
But I think he ran out of action points. No, I'm going to take a shot at the much closer character. There we go. So he is down. That guy is unlikely to shoot at us as he is a little bit too far away. And then... that guy definitely shot at us, though. Caught Bull. Not for a lot of damage, though. I think that's going to be fine.
Come on, you sons of
Standing
bitches!
by.
That's going to be less
You can
fine.
do?
Standing by.
Way less fine. There we go. This is when hollow points shine, is when they can
You
hit
call?
characters that are unarmored, and they are just one shot, and these guys are in the ground. Unfortunately, when they have
Standing by.
a little bit of body armor, I guess I say unfortunately, but maybe it is fortunate that we're still able to injure them eventually. Gotta step up a little bit here. But eventually you'll kind of tear through the body armor enough to start hurting them.
Think I heard a suspicious sound.
West.
Target
we really
in sight.
need to be covering
Standing
our
by.
flank here.
No more ammo.
Alright. Marvel at the wonder of speed loaders there.
You called?
He should go...
Bullets stuck.
Oh, come on. You've got, like, totally repaired weapons and armor and stuff. Okay, there we go.
What's up?
Bull, you're gonna have to
Standing by.
hold out for just a moment before we really patch you up.
Damn.
Oh, and they're trying to flank us, are they? Okay. Oh,
Standing
man.
by.
From the south. Did they get reinforced? I don't know how many enemies there are. I'm suddenly real worried that there was
You called?
something to the south of them that allowed for reinforcements, because there is no way there should be guys back here.
Bullets stuck.
Alright, you're gonna need to unjam that. And, like, right now. Like, right now. There we go. Thank you.
What's up?
Bull, we could really use your help over here. Oh, man. He's not gonna have enough AP to do it.
Standing by.
Alright. So much for dispersion. But
Standing by.
We have got some problems that we need to eliminate. Ah, that was unfortunate. That could have gone a whole lot better.
I hear something. Blast it. Standing by.
Alright, at least Grizzly is still covering our backs. Of course, he managed to miss while doing so, but he was covering them.
Think I heard a suspicious sound.
Ooh, that was close.
Standing by.
Alright, well if I were
What's
them,
up?
this is right about the time that I would start demanding that they surrender.
You called?
As they have got us surrounded. Oh, that was a good hit. Oh, that was a great hit.
Sweet
Standing by.
dreams.
Damn.
Alright. We really need some of these hits to count.
Standing by.
Come on. Alright. Critical is probably enough to not have to worry about anymore, but I couldn't hit this guy.
You called?
Full auto, I could do a 2-round burst. Ugh. Why not? Maybe make him think twice. Those shots are stinging, and they will add
Target
up.
in sight.
Man, these guys are a lot more
You
aggressive than I had
Standing by.
expected them to be.
What's up?
Let's see here. Doesn't quite do it. Okay.
Standing by.
Really? Oh, man, I need
You
every
call?
bullet to count right now. Each one of these misses is just absolutely
by.
heartbreaking to me. Nice.
All right.
Alright. What can you do? Awesome. Awesome.
Sweet dreams.
Might just be getting this back under control.
You called?
Some crazy warning
Standing
shots you
by.
got there, my man. Alright. I don't think you quite understand what that term means.
Standing by.
There we go.
No more ammo.
Awesome. And maniacal laughter to top it all off. I was only able to reload one.
Standing by.
Okay, we'll reload the other pistol. There we go. And then bring those to bear again.
What's up?
Bull, let's have you pull over to here. Get in a position where you can do something for us soon.
Some of them got lucky.
You called?
Probably still close by, I bet. Gotta do something about this bleeder before I need a freaking transfusion.
Yep, we're on it. I bet they're still close by too. Alright, we got Bull bandaged. Getting Coyote bandaged. Awesome. And then... Control R? Nope, Shift R. There we go. The list of
Standing
hotkeys
by.
for this game is like
Standing
staggering.
by.
So please forgive me as
What's
I will forget them from time to
Standing
time.
by.
You called?
It's easy enough to remember, oh yeah, I mean, reload is on a hotkey for R, but like, which R?
Standing by.
Between Control, Shift,
What's
Alt,
up?
Shift, Alt. Like, there's... Not only are there the three kind of control keys of Control, Shift, and Alt, but
Standing
also
by.
there are various combinations of like Control plus Shift and
You
Control
called?
Alt Shift. They're all used,
What's up?
and it's kind of crazy sometimes.
Standing by.
Okay.
Over here.
Oh, he had NVGs too. I see, I see. Also some extender ears. Wouldn't mind picking up a couple pairs of those.
What's up?
Now we're not spotting anybody else, which is unfortunate. It means
Standing
we're
by.
going to have to cross kind of the danger zone
That's
here.
what I've been waiting on.
Yep, that's what I was waiting on. I tell you what, we're going to back you up.
Standing by.
Same with you, Grizzly. Alright, we're going to get just out of the light.
Standing by.
And I'm going to let these guys have an opportunity to
You called?
come to us. Like, maybe that'll convince them? Anybody? Anybody at all? Nope, not biting.
Standing
All right.
by.
Well, let's make it quick. Run
All
across
right. We're on.
there. And we do spot him. Drop to a knee for a slightly more stable shot. Ooh,
Well, well, that's the last of them.
Good work,
Lovely.
Cap. Taking out the SAM site bought us some room to play.
all right. I like room to play. Room to play sounds like a very good thing indeed. So, speaking of those earlier shortcut keys, that should just about do it. I'm usually doing Control-Shift-FAS there at the end of fights, which like strips all attachments from weapons, stacks all items of a similar kind, puts all ammo into crates, etc., etc. Picks up all the backpacks that you might have taken off. That reminded me, I never took off Bull's backpack. He was probably losing out on a little bit of AP due to the added weight there, but it didn't end up costing us in the end. We're going to go check out the control area back here. Ooh, nice. Kevlar, helmet, and pants. I don't know if we're going to be able to kick this in. Like, that door looks
Way to go,
pretty
teddy bear.
intimidating. Okay. Way to go, teddy bear.
Hold on. I got a feeling this is packing a punch.
Alright. So, Grizzly is smart enough to know that this stuff back here is trapped. Unfortunately, we didn't really bring along
Standing by.
any mechanical mercs, so
Bye.
I think we're going to have to ignore that for right now. And instead, we're just going to get prepped for any sort of counterattack that might come right away. How are we going to do that, you might ask? Well, in the most Jagged Alliance 2 way ever, which is we are going to take to the roofs. We are, in fact, Batman.
What's up?
And we want to be
You called?
positioned on the rooftop in order to
Standing
give us the greatest defensive advantage.
Standing by.
If a counterattack comes with just 4 units here, we can
You
basically
called?
stave off an army from the top of a roof.
What's up?
The reason being, it's complicated.
Standing by.
We get a lot of bonuses from being higher than our enemy. Additionally, if we start getting overwhelmed, like as they pull closer to us, they won't be able to see us anymore. And it takes a ton of action points to pull yourself up onto a roof, which means that if units do get to the roof to come up here and shoot at us, they're going to do it at like the beginning of their turn. They're going to lose all their action points climbing to the roof, and they're going to end up not able to shoot us when they get up here, which just gives us an opportunity to shoot them on our next turn. It sounds weird. It is weird. But it makes sense from the perspective of, yeah, I mean, a rooftop would actually be like a really good defensive position. It just kind of plays out a little bit strange in the game. Tell you what, I am very much concerned about my own safety and well-being, so I am going to take the newly upgraded stuffs, and then we could kind of hand me down anything else. Everybody's got a helmet. Okay, well, fair enough then. I guess I'm not going to hand me down any of the stuffs. We also picked up some more Gen 1 night vision goggles, which is very cool. As soon as we get somebody with mechanical skill over here, we'll worry about those crates. I believe there's some explosives in them. Those might be nice to pick up. Additionally, look at that airspace. So we can now use Skyrider to take us anywhere that is green without getting shot out of the sky. And that is very nice. We could drop into the back of Alma. We could also get, let's see, to C9. About halfway between San Mona and Drassen. Like right at this crossroads as far as we could go. That'd be a nice drop-in point to then march south into Cambria. There's some good options there. Additionally, let's just get everybody assigned. I'll show you basically what everybody is going to be doing. Have everybody that needs to be a patient will be a patient. We'll have her be a doctor. We'll go ahead and
pays to
perform the
pay
necessary
attention.
surgeries. And then with 16 leadership, I mean, let's actually have you practice your leadership. If I could get it up to 20, That might come in handy the next time I need him to train militia. I'm going to train up just a little bit of militia here before doing anything else is basically how it's going to play. And this is going to be our new base for a while. What that means, Drassen is going to fall. It's going to fall pretty soon, in fact. And that's probably going to be something that we start in the next episode. As soon as we take this final sector, you've seen what the Queen does when one of her cities is taken. We're not going to try to fight that. We're going to let the wave just sort of crash around us, and then we'll come back for this place later. This SAM site is going to provide us with an extremely defensible position, and it's close enough to Drassen that we can easily launch our assault again as soon as we're ready. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to subscribe for more videos on the channel every single day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other episodes, and I will catch you guys next time.